the realm of crazy car interiors with a special spotlight on the 1978 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Now, if you have a soft spot for unique interiors and classic automobiles, this one's for you. The year 1978 marked a significant turn in automotive history for Oldsmobile. It was the year they bid farewell to the beloved 1977 Cutlass, a car many consider a design masterpiece with its elegant waterfall grille and timeless styling. Fast forward to 1978, and we see a shift, a departure from the graceful lines to something a bit more, well, let's say, contentious. Take a look at this 1978 model. It's grown over its predecessor's lifespan, becoming a staple in General Motors' lineup through the 1980s. Yet, compared to the 77, some might find it a tad awkward. The same sentiment echoes across its GM cousins, like the 1978 Monte Carlo and Grand Prix. Still handsome, but lacking that elegant finesse. What's striking about the 78 Cutlass Supreme is how it seems Oldsmobile may have cut a few corners. The trim feels thinner, less substantial compared to its richer-looking 1977 counterpart. There's a simplicity here that, while practical, doesn't quite match the previous model's grandeur. It's a sign of the times, where automakers balance style with cost efficiency. Now, let's talk interiors. Specifically, let's talk about the Mojave cloth. Picture stepping inside this Cutlass and being greeted by a fabric that's more than just upholstery. It's a statement. The Mojave cloth was a bold choice, adding a touch of southwestern flair to an otherwise straightforward interior. Its earthy tones and geometric patterns brought warmth and personality to the cabin, a departure from the standard fare of the era. And it's not just about looks. The 78 Cutlass Supreme offered comfort and space, embodying the American ideal of a plush, family-friendly ride. Sure, it may not have the flashiest dashboard or the most futuristic features by today's standards, but back then, it represented a blend of practicality and style that resonated with many. Whether you're a collector, reminiscing about the glory days of American automobiles, or simply curious about how design choices reflect their times, the 1978 Cutlass Supreme, with its Mojave cloth interior, serves as a fascinating chapter in automotive history. It's a reminder that even in an era of change, car manufacturers like Oldsmobile weren't afraid to experiment, to push boundaries, and to cater to diverse tastes. The 78 model, as you can see, lacks the same flair as its predecessor. The waterfall grille isn't as pronounced, and GM opted for single headlamps on either side, abandoning the quad headlamp design of the 77. It's a departure that some enthusiasts found disappointing, as it softened the bold presence the 77 model carried. But the changes didn't stop there. In a move reflecting the times, GM made adjustments to the rear windows of the four-door models. Unlike their predecessors, the rear windows were fixed in position, unable to roll down. Instead, rear seat passengers had to make do with a small swinging quarter glass for ventilation, a practical but less flexible solution. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the infamous buttless Cutlass. Yes, this was the era when Oldsmobile introduced a design that, frankly, didn't quite hit the mark. Initial sketches showed promise, a sleek, modern vehicle that could have been a standout. However, when reality met design, the proportions of the A-body platform didn't quite align with the original vision. The result? A car with awkward overhangs and a wheelbase that seemed too short, earning it the unfortunate nickname of the buttless Cutlass. Despite these design hiccups, the 1978 Cutlass Supreme still had its merits. The interior, particularly with options like the Mojave cloth, offered a touch of southwestern charm that set it apart from its peers. It was a testament to Oldsmobile's willingness to experiment, to cater to diverse tastes while navigating the challenges of evolving automotive design trends. In 1978, Oldsmobile introduced a new chapter in automotive interiors with the Cutlass Supreme. While the exterior design may have divided opinions, one thing stood out: the designer interiors. Inspired by America's original designers, Oldsmobile aimed to capture a sense of heritage and patriotism, aligning with the country's bicentennial fervor and a romanticized view of Native American culture. Now, let's talk about the Mojave cloth, the star of the show. Available exclusively in the Cutlass Supreme Coupe, the Mojave cloth exudes 70s psychedelic charm with its patterned nylon velour in camel tan. It's a fabric that not only adorns the seats, but also graces the door panels, enveloping the interior in a unique blend of comfort and style. There were two designer trims available in 1978, the Tahoe cloth and the Mojave cloth. While the Tahoe cloth catered to a different aesthetic, It's the Mojave cloth that truly catches the eye. It's a testament to Oldsmobile's willingness to innovate, offering customers a choice that reflected the era's fascination with bold patterns and textures. If you're lucky, you might stumble upon one of these classics today. In fact, there's a '78 Cutlass Supreme with Mojave cloth currently listed on Bring a Trailer, a steal at just $2,000. It's a chance to own a piece of automotive history, complete with that eye-catching interior that defined an era. Inside, the Cutlass Supreme with Mojave cloth features loose cushion-style seats, a design element pioneered by Oldsmobile in earlier models. Despite some cost-cutting measures typical of the era, like crank windows, the interior remains a testament to '70s craftsmanship and style. The door panels, adorned with the distinctive Mojave print cloth, are a true nod to the era's eclectic design sensibilities. As we take a closer look, you'll notice some interesting design choices and quirks that define this era. The front seats, adorned with the Mojave cloth pattern and contrasting bead piping, exemplify the bold styling that Oldsmobile offered. Despite some fading over time, the combination of black, Mojave cloth, and tan piping remains a tasteful nod to the era's aesthetic. Moving to the rear seats, the Mojave cloth continues its psychedelic journey with large square buttons and trim panels around the quarter glass. It's details like these that set the Cutlass Supreme apart, offering rear passengers a glimpse into the vibrant design ethos of the time. Now, let's talk about practicality. Despite its visual flair, this Cutlass Supreme makes some compromises typical of its era. Crank windows and a lack of a full-width armrest in the front reflect cost-cutting measures. Even the lower portion of the armrest, padded minimally, reveals a blend of style and economy. Interestingly, you'll find the Brougham script on the interior, a classy touch that Oldsmobile enthusiasts appreciate. It's a detail that persisted through the 1980s, adding a touch of continuity to Oldsmobile's design language. But not everything in the interior design of the '78 Cutlass Supreme is a home run. The instrument panel, with its protruding box design and lower placement of the radio and HVAC controls, shows a lack of ergonomic foresight. It's a reminder of an era when practicality sometimes took a backseat to style. Adjusting the radio or HVAC controls requires a forward reach, highlighting the challenges of early automotive ergonomics. Yet, amidst these quirks, there are elements that stand out. The silver brush speedometer adds a touch of sophistication, while the unique turn signals above the speedometer cater to functionality in a distinctive way. It's details like these that remind us of the era's innovation and its occasional missteps. Underneath that sleek exterior, the '78 Cutlass Supreme had its share of mechanical nuances. One of the notable features, or perhaps quirks, was its engine lineup. Standard issue was the Buick 231 cubic inch V6, known for its balance of performance and fuel efficiency in the late '70s. However, what truly defines this era of Oldsmobile is the variety of engines that found their way under the hood. Take, for instance, the Cutlass Supreme you've been admiring. The smaller, yet feisty Oldsmobile 260 cubic inch V8 engine. Producing a modest 110 horsepower, it was part of Oldsmobile's attempt to balance power with fuel economy, a growing concern among consumers of the time. Interestingly, Oldsmobile faced some consumer backlash when Chevrolet engines found their way into certain models. This led to greater transparency in GM's brochures, highlighting which division's engine powered your Oldsmobile, a move aimed at ensuring customers got what they paid for. Moving to the transmission, the '78 Cutlass Supreme often featured a turbo hydromatic 200 transmission. Derived from Chevrolet designs, these transmissions, while serviceable, were not without their flaws. Known for being less smooth and sometimes prone to issues under heavy use, they represented a compromise in an era focused increasingly on fuel efficiency over robust performance. Underneath, you'll also find another hallmark of the times, a pellet-type catalytic converter. While effective at reducing emissions, these converters were not known for their durability, often requiring maintenance to clear out accumulated debris. In closing, the 1978 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, with its Mojave cloth interior, stands as a testament to an era of automotive design that balanced style with practicality. From its vibrant interior to its mechanical quirks, it's a car that embodies the spirit of its time. A time when car manufacturers navigated changing consumer preferences and regulatory landscapes. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, press the subscribe button, and also drop your thoughts in the comment section.